Hi guys and gals, it's me George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and we got another beautiful day going on at the moment here in Dodge Center, and give you some quickie updates on the mower. I have all my hardware put back on here. I still need to run this down and drop the pulley back down where it goes. That's a minute of progress, a 1 minute project to do. Got my new belt put on there. Also, you know, I'm always looking for stuff at the thrift store, and I had this idea, and I still may do this, but I had this idea of welding this bar on here, kind of as a rear guard and keep people's hands away from the exhaust and stuff. And this is off of a, I don't know, some piece of exercise equipment or something. But then I was at the thrift store on Friday or Saturday I guess it was, and I don't know if this is made to go up this way or if it's meant to go this way. I have no idea, but I looked at it and I thought, man, that spacing looks almost identical to what I have on the exhaust for the Arian's Emperor. How close can you get? And if I have this spaced up here, they're not perfectly centered, nope, but it's close. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe that's stretching a little bit too much. What do you think? Yeah, I've thought about it, and I thought about it during the day yesterday or last night. I think I'm still going to go with this here. It's simpler, and it won't actually be hanging off the exhaust like this. But, you know, this is going to get used on some projects sooner or later. And I found that one after I had found this one. And I was looking at this one and thinking along the same lines, you know. And let me take you out to my shed here for a minute. And of course, you know what's out in the shed here. Trying to decide what I'm going to do with this lawnmower. I've got to move it along somehow. Either I'm going to tear it all apart and scrap it, or I'm going to make sure it works and sell it. I could probably use that motor on my other Arians. That would be another upgrade. That one originally started life as a 5 horsepower motor. Oh, come on now. We have the exhaust here for the Goofy cart. And we have this dooflicky here on the end, which we're still thinking about using, but, and I've already attached it. And I could take that bail rod off. But look at that. If that didn't have that bail rod on it, that would slide right down over there. How cool would that be? I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Now, coming back to our Arians. You know how they say 1 step forward, 2 steps back? Well, I thought I was at the point, and I have my wheels and spindles and everything on there, and I've got new bushings to go on here. We're using bronze bushings. I actually drilled out the, yeah, whatever you call them things, and I've just got to shave them open a little bit more. That'll go on there, and these fit just right on the ends of my tie rod. And yeah, so I thought I was going to be putting my front end back together. But I had decided that I was going to pull this piece of linkage out that is for the mower deck and see if I could fix this problem here. This rod goes all the way through this tube, and it is frozen in there. It does not turn freely. It's supposed to, but it's frozen, and I'm going to try heating it up and getting it released out of there. And I have another piece of rod that is the same size that I will use to replace the one that's in there. But I also, in the process, pulled this rod out, which is another part of the system. And look at how badly worn. Look at how badly worn those ends are. Yep. So one end of this piece of rod is going to fix that one. The other end is going to replace this one. And I guess while I have it apart, I'm going to sandblast it and paint it. You know, these are all things that I had expected to be moving on from, not thought I was going to use them the way they are, but I can't be satisfied with something that's frozen up and know it's not working right. That's one part of the issue, but the other part is this. Look at that. This is supposed to be straight across like it is on the bottom, not all worn out up there, which I'm sure in part has to do with that rod being frozen. You know this lawnmower has been used and abused. Yep, here's the other side. It's just as bad, maybe worse. So, to fix that, that's actually part of the front axle, which means I've got to pull the front axle completely off to fix that. And so I've got to reconfigure my support for the frame here so I can get it off. And the way that axle comes off, it pivots underneath here on this right here. So I got to drive that pin out, and yep, then the axle will slide backwards. So I can't slide it forward because that's as far forward as it goes right there. You know what I mean? So we're going to be taking the front spindles off again. Thankfully I hadn't bent over any of my cotter pins, and I hadn't greased it all up yet anyway. These don't need to be greased because these are on bearings, but the spindles do. And so we'll take that all apart, and I'll pull the axle off. We're going to weld up that part there, grind it, make it nice and smooth like new. Because while we have it apart, we got to clean it, right?